Okay. What's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back for some more Dominion 6. Last time we looked at L.A. Kadesh from the Gathering Sturm mod. Bunch of Avites, sort of, I don't know, half giants or something like that. I guess they're kind of giants. And they also had a lot of undead giants that they were springing out of the ground and killing people with. And we did kill a lot of people, and it was good, and we won. Let's move on. Got plenty more. We are going to roll a number between 1 and 286. We get 262. That is another fresh one. M.A. Krewlod. Barbarian Strongholds. Okay. Krewlod, Barbarian Strongholds. I believe this is based on another Heroes of Might and Magic nation. Let's do Archipelago. We love the Archipelago map. And for that, 169, I think we usually do 8. I think that's 8. Krewlod. Alright, also known as the Wastelands, the land of the barbarians located in southwestern Antagaric. It's bordered by Arathia to the north and Brakata to the southeast. It's definitely Heroes of Might and Magic. It's populated mostly by goblins, hobgoblins, and orcs, but human barbarians dwell there too. Ogres, being strong and large, take on leadership in small towns of Krewlod, but nobody has more influence and power than the Cyclops. These one-eyed giants have sacred status among the barbarians, and their every wish is interpreted as an order by the lesser races. Right. So it's a race of goblins, hobgoblins, orcs, ogres, and cyclops. Strong melee troops, weak ranged troops, and sacred cyclops. Magic consists of fire, air, water, earth, nature, astral, bow. Moderate priest, standard forts. Half-orc infiltrator. It is a spy, which is always nice to have. Makes them a little bit pricier, but yeah, it's nice. Goblin lord, 50 leadership. Yep, that's a goblin. Orc chieftain, 70 leadership. Wait a minute, why does he look bigger? Why does the goblin look so tall compared to this little guy? Right, so 70 leadership. Wolf raider, 50 leadership. Pillager, not something we ever really do. But he does have higher map move if you want a more mobile raiding pack consisting of wolf riders. Ogre chieftain, here you go. 100 leadership. It's got a magic skull club. Yep. Goblin battle mage. Gets +2 to fire, air, water, or earth, and then 20% chance for another one. Well, that's a damn useful mage for a damn good price. I like it. I like it a lot. Goblin shaman. Level 1 nature, level 1 priest. 20% for another nature. He is a healer, though, which is kind of good. Yeah, we probably should make a few of them just as healers, because that's always nice to have. Ogre mage apprentice. 1 fire, 1 air, 1 nature. And then another fire, air, water, earth. Well, I mean, 2 fire obviously gets you 3 fire, and also gets you sulfur haze and fire cloud. 2 air gets you mist form and lightning bolts, I guess. Nature water gets you moss body, of course. Earth would honestly be the least useful of the 4. That's just kind of research fodder. Now, the question is, would I make battle mages or would I make the ogre mage apprentice? These are 215, these are 125, so they are certainly a lot more expensive. The battle mages are worse at research, so there is that. Battle mages would get, you know, fireball spam, lightning bolt spam, quickness, gift of formlessness, obviously all the earth stuff. Yeah, I suppose maybe early on it's better to just get the ogre mage apprentice, if only for the research. But yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, I do really like Sulfur Haze. Ogre mage, cap only. 4 recruitment points. 2 fire, 1 air. Well, there's Sulfur Haze ready to go. 2 nature as well as fire, air, water, earth, and air, water, earth. 20% for a nature. Boy, so these guys could be 3 air. They could be 2 water. They could be 2 earth. I mean, you're going to get a good mix here. So, yeah, you know, once we get a second fort set up and all that, this will be what we make in the capital. And the Cyclops King. 150 leadership, 4 recruitment points, 600 bucks. 3 astral, 2 holy, and then either 2 fire or 2 earth. Well, we're talking about thug potential. You know, he gets access to body ethereal. Earth guys would get temper flesh and personal stone skin. Should probably be better than the fire options. It's not an amazing thug, but maybe with a pack of some sacreds like we did last time, it's not a bad option. You can throw body ethereal on him and things like that. 45 hit points, 15 protection, 15 defense, 15 morale. It's not phenomenal, but he does have an innate fear aura, which is kind of nice, and he's a sacred and can bless himself and anything else. So it's possible. Units, we have the standard goblin. Haha. Not insanely cheap, but pretty cheap. 10 hit points, 6 protection, 12 defense, 10 MR, 8 morale is pretty low. 17 damage mace is pretty high, and they do have shields. You know, I always look over these things, even though we never make them. But, I mean, it's not the worst thing you could make. It's not the worst sort of militia that we've seen. That's pretty high damage, even though they will get repelled quite a lot. They do have shields. It's a numbers thing, I suppose. Hobgoblins, however, the more militarized version. So they get Formation Fighter 2, 4 to a square. Still wielding maces. But better morale, better attack, better protection. Yeah, I mean, kind of just above average in every way. And they have shields, and they're Formation Fighters. You could do a lot worse than these Hobgoblins. Orcs. Average to above average and everything, except 7 defense, no shields. They dual wield axes with ambidextrous 2, so no penalties. 20 slashing damage on those is a lot. They also have throwing axes. 2 of them. Range 12, 17 slashing on that. I struggle. Usually when something like that, I kind of want them to be like my main thing. But, yeah, they'll kind of struggle. Without buffs, you know, it's just 10 protection, 12 hit points. It's going to die pretty quickly, especially with no shields. And then on a flank, you can do it on a flank, but they're pretty inaccurate with high damage weapons, ranged weapons. So there's going to be a good amount of friendly fire. So you could just ignore the throwing axe and put them on a flank, but Hard to say. Ogre Brawler. Size 4. 26 hit points. 11 protection. 10 defense. 14 morale. They have Berserker +3. Which means they'll bump up to 14 protection. 7 defense. 10 attack. And the damage will be like 33 or 34 or something. Since it's a two-handed weapon. So they will clobber just about anything they hit with high health and high or decently high protection. Especially with some buffs. They're not, you know, size 4 means that 2 to a square. It's not perfectly ideal. But especially, well, what would you really put on them, I guess? Moss body, I suppose, as always. Not super efficient, but yeah, just a handful of them buffed could do quite a lot of damage. Regeneration would help quite a lot. Ogre Raiders, however. 26 hit points, 18 protection, good lord, 13 defense, 14 morale. They have spiked clubs, 12 attack, 22 blunt piercing damage. And they have parry 4 shields. Yeah, I mean, that's probably going to be our front line. That amount of protection, 13 defense, and that amount of hit points is phenomenal, especially because they can all be buffed with Soldiers of Steel and, well, I mean, anything else we want to throw out there. Yeah, okay. Wolf Riders. So it's a size 4 cavalry. Rider does not have phenomenal stats. Even though he is going to be targeted quite a lot. 16 defense is alright. But 10 protection, 10 hit points. Probably really want point buffs on these things. But 28 speed. They got 17 slashing damage on the broadswords. They do have shields. No helmets. The Dire Wolf. 19 hit points. 7 protection, 12 defense. Yeah, I mean, Mist Form or Moss Body, point buff on these things, they could do some decent work. Cyclops Hunter, cap only Sacreds. 40 hit points, 6 protection, 9 defense, 13 MR, 14 morale. You do have a siege bonus, but mostly they can throw rocks up to range 20 pretty accurately, all things considered. It's not very accurate, but it's pretty accurate. And then 35 damage on those, which is monstrous. As usual, it's just like I'm never sure what to do. This will kill anything it hits, including my own guys. But then in melee, they're basically pointless, and they only have 5 rocks. So it's just like, I'm not sure what to do with them, really. Cyclops Warrior, however, is far, far more usable. 40 hit points, 17 protection, 14 defense, 13 MR, 14 morale. Spiked club length 2, 24 damage, and they have shields. Yeah, I mean, it's another situation where it's just like, we probably can just make these obscene, and this is all we need, and we win the game. But I actually want to utilize regular troops more. So I think we're going to go pretty heavy on scales to get all these Ogre Raiders, because these are kind of expensive. So I want Ogre Raiders, and I want Wolf Riders, point buffed. We don't really have a good ranged option. But we could use orcs on the flank with throwing axes, because especially if we get some protection buffs, they're not actually likely to hurt our raiders too much. So we might do, yeah, some ogre raiders, some orcs on the flank, wolf rider run into the back with point buffs. And then the sacreds, yeah, we'll probably do some small pack stuff, some thug stuff with the king later on. So we might take just some incarnate stuff. and get this online later in the game. Expansion might be a little tricky, but the Ogre Raiders are pretty strong. Okay. Let's look at national spells. Conjuration. We can call a greater rock. Now, is this a vanilla unit? No, it is not. Shit. Means I gotta load another... It's all these mods. It's the one downside of this guy's mods is, doesn't have the overview that lets you see. This one, and load. Okay, Greater Rock has 92 hit points. Jesus Lord. It's size 10. 10 protection, 10 defense, 18 morale. It's got a grab and swallow attack, 23 damage talon, 22 damage beak. And of course it flies. Good God. Again, with like a point buff of just mist form, it will be almost unstoppable against non-magic damage. Good Lord. And for 4 gems... Behemoth. For 3 gems. Sounds terrifying. So it's size 7, 60 hit points, 8 protection, 11 defense. It's got 2 behemoth claws, length 2 for 26 damage each. And has a fear aura. Again, like same thing, like, good lord. Seems really strong for 3 gems. Thunderbirds. 4+ for 16. Okay, these must be just obscene then. Based on the other cost, these must be insane. 85 hit points, 10 protection, 11 defense, 15 MR, 18 morale. They have a Thunder Strike, length 2, armor negating 12 shock damage, plus an AoE 1 fatigue, 10 fatigue, armor negating. Oh my god. It says it can only be used once per battle? Okay, that's kind of surprising. But then they still have 22 talons, 21 beak, resist shock 15, storm power 1. Yeah, okay. You do get 4+ of them, depending on how much air you have. Yeah, air 6 on a pretender, you'd get 6 of these. Pretty good. I don't know if it's better than the rocks, but pretty good. I would say much better, except for the fact that it said can only be used once per battle for the Thunder Strike. But to be fair, it is kind of an obscene amount of... I mean, 12 armor negating plus 10 fatigue armor negating is kind of a lot. Ancient Behemoth. For 4 gems. 72 hit points, 14 protection, blah, blah, blah. 28 damage claws, fear plus 8. And I guess it starts old, sort of. Yeah, I mean, it is even more deadly. So, I mean, if you can summon them, you may as well spend the 4 gems on that rather than 3 on the regular one. Okay. Alteration gets Spell Scar Ritual. Summons 4+ Hobgoblin Spell Scourge. Let's see. They're size 3, 13 hit points, 11 protection, 12 defense, 14 MR. They have Spellbane Chain as a weapon. Length 4, 14 attack, 18 damage, times 2 versus magic beings. And they have shields, and they resist Fire, Cold, Shock, all at 3. Okay. I mean, a length 4 weapon, although it says it cannot repel. But against magical creatures, yeah, good god. Okay. Evocation. Nothing. Construction. You know, we like to just take a quick look. Nothing. Okay. Enchantment. Nothing. Thaumaturgy. Mass Bloodlust. 3 fire, 1 fire gem, the entire battlefield. Extra strength and bloodlust. Really? Let me just... Yeah, even looking at the mod inspector, it just says extra strength, so I assume it's like strength of giants on the entire field. I don't know if it does a berserk effect. I feel like it would say here. Oh, it copies spell Rush of Strength. Which is strength plus 4 to all friendly units. Okay, so I don't know about the bloodlust part, but it's basically the blood spell Rush of Strength for 3 fire and 1 fire gem. Yes, I mean, yes, that's pretty awesome, but it is Thaumaturgy 8, which is quite high. So we'll see if we actually make it up to that, especially with the Conjuration we want. So, yeah, we definitely want Conjuration 5 for the Greater Rock. So I think those are going to be ridiculous, and the Behemoth will be pretty ridiculous. So Conjuration 5 for sure. We do want Alteration for at least Moss Body and Mist Form, because point buffing on some of this stuff is going to be pretty obscene, so probably Alteration 4. You know, Construction 5 usually is what we shoot for, maybe 6 for Legions of Steel. But then, yeah, I suppose just go down Thaumaturgy and try to hit 8. We'll probably want Thaumaturgy relatively early for remote site searching, because we have a lot of, like, 2 mages that can just do that all in a very varied way. Okay, so, yeah, we're going to go a Scales build. Imprisoned Scales, Elder Behemoth, oh god. Earth Nature, Fear 8 Aura, 2 Behemoth Claws that break armor. 18 Protection, Natural. And he can equip every slot. You can give this guy a Frostbrand Vine Shield and give him armor. His protection would be through the roof. Also Enlarge would be pretty good, but no, we're not doing that. They also can get the 2-headed rock. Or the Ogre Magi. Comes with Ogre Brawlers at his side. But no, I'm sure we're just gonna do a boring option. So I guess since we're gonna just pick a boring option, we want to pick specific bless for these guys. Like, honestly, I think larger is pretty good. And I do think regen of some kind, or blood bond, an enchanted blood. Yeah, blood bond could be pretty good for these packs. Maybe also a heat aura, although we kind of just did that. So... maybe the Idol of Men. So we want basically all the good shit. Something like that, yeah. Right. So yeah, we can take Heat Aura. We want larger. Regen's gonna be kind of tricky. And we also neglected blood here. Are we happy with that? What did I take instead? Earth? Because I had to take larger. Yeah, so maybe we'd be better off with like the Statue of Fertility. And skip fire and just go into blood. Or take the Golden Idol. Doesn't give us much to work with. I mean, Enchanted Blood is already going to be 4, and then Blood Bond I have to have Blood 5 to get. Then we're kind of fucked on points. Yeah, we're pretty fucked on points. Shit. I could take that, I suppose. Question is, how much does Enchanted Blood actually help them? 1 HP every 2 rounds is pretty minimal. Like, it's a lot different than, like, a percentage regen. So instead of that, we could just take regen with Nature 7. And heroism. I mean, larger regen is... I mean, that's a classic. It's a damn classic. It's a lot of hit points, and they can regenerate a lot of hit points. They're not going to be amazing, but that's because we're going so heavy on scales. I don't know. Like I said, we're not really relying on sacreds much this time. We do a lot of sacred stuff, and it's fun to switch it up. Rely on the normal troops. Although we did just do that with Ali and kind of got fucked for it. But anyways, Hezron. We will play with 11 Thrones. Okay. Once again on this continent, it's really been a constant favorite here. But we got a pretty decent... Well, we got swamps and the highlands. Okay. Let's go check out this direction, I suppose. Yeah, we might want to take Verdant Steppe as our first fort. Possibly. I'm going to prophetize you. And we're going to start making ogres. Do that. And then mage, we want the ogre mage magi apprentice. Ogre mage apprentice. Yeah, we'll probably also want an actual commander here. The ogre chieftain. But not immediately. Right, research. I think we just start going down thaumaturgy for the site searching. So go thaumaturgy 4 first of all. Then conjuration 3 at least, maybe 5. We'll see from there. Again, I don't usually bring along mages early on, so let's just focus on big picture stuff. We are playing with Scalaria, Marignon, Shinuyama, Vanheim, Jotunheim, Nidavanger, and Valmorin again. Last time we saw them in game, they really struggled for some reason. I'm not sure why. We'll see how they do. Okay. We're gonna do something like that. Heavy infantry, militia, light infantry, jaguar tribe warriors, and this is a swamp. I think we're just gonna go for that. All right, let's see the barbarian horde. So we got the orcs slightly in front, same speed as the other orcs. Yep, that is gonna suck. That does suck, but there's the axes going. Did not much. Now they're all gonna move into melee, and yeah. Right, well that's why we're building big ogre raiders, because otherwise shit will die to slings. Or just warriors. Yeah. Okay, it's fine. Boy, that is a really shit-colored flag. Good God. Can I be mainly heavy infantry? Probably not. Do I stack up well against crossbowmen and heavy infantry? Probably not. Are we going to lose this whole army? Probably. Just, you know, discretion, better part of valor, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Well, now we stack up a little better, so we'll do that. And Valmorin is to the south. Interesting. Well, if anyone's going to fuck him over, it's probably going to be me then. Yeah, a little painful. We don't really want orcs to be taking the brunt like that. But it's okay. For now, it's okay. Valmorin. These guys can be 2 fire, 2 air, and that's it. So I'm going to start making some battle mages just for site searching purposes, so we have one of everything. Okay. Again, a little painful on the orcs due to taking the brunt of the crossbowmen. But we're getting there. We could also start making wolf riders, I suppose. Oh, we have a Monastery of Light here. Who would have figured? Okay. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and get me Ogre Chieftain in the mix, too. There you go. That was pretty good. Overwhelming numbers and no crossbowmen. Pretty good. We're going to do that again right here. Hopefully for our second fort. We have too many resources now. Go figure. Yeah. Okay. Right, so we got Augury and Haruspecs. So Haruspecs is a little trickier because we don't have... These guys are 20% to get one. Otherwise, we have to just make one Ogre Mage, which I guess we could. But you can cast Augury now for a while. Alright, yeah, it's pretty good population here. It's a reasonable population. We're gonna get a scout here to start making a palisade. Oof. 10 orcs from the archer fire. Yeah, we're gonna switch it up pretty soon. Right. We also need 2 earth. Hopefully we get that in a minute. We want all the gems, but I especially want nature gems, so that's why we're being pretty Johnny on the spot about this. Can I beat this? It's a pretty big pack. Probably a lot of money. But it might not be worth losing all my troops. It's just militia and archers, and my ogre raiders are pretty damn good. Yeah, just about ready for him to roll out. Doesn't really... I mean, we don't need blessings or anything. We don't have any spells to cast, so yeah, he probably could roll out and start heading west. Taking some of this shit. Yeah, secure this connection at the very least. Okay. Not finding any fire sites, so that's annoying. But we do have a lot of planes and shit. My wall of ogres. Hard to stop. It's without any buffs. Good. Good, good, good. We got another throne here. You can now cast Haru specs. Okay, let's just do attack. And we'll do fire closest, and we'll do attack rear. Pretty concerned about him. I'm going to send him pretty far back. I really just want him to pick off, like, a commander. And that's like it. I don't want him to get involved with anything else. So speed 11, these guys are a bit faster. We really do want him to make second contact there. I'm going to go ahead and give you a few bodyguards. Just in case. Yeah. Alright, see how it goes. That's a damn usable mage, man. 2 fire, 1 air, 2 earth, 2 nature, 19 research. Oof. Oof. Damn it. Not finding any sites, though. Getting really screwed again. Look at how fast they are. How do you... Why are you so slow? What? How did... Didn't I just make you? How do you have a limp already? You're old. The wolves are old. Okay, I wouldn't have called that. It's a yearling. Doesn't that mean it's young? I'm gonna Google yearling right now. An animal that is a year old or that is in its second year. What the fuck? Don't call it a yearling if it's 15 years old. And it's already gonna be old. What the fuck, man? That seems like a typo or something. Or some sort of mistake. I mean, this one's pretty tough. I'm worried we're gonna lose a lot of our old wolves. Shinoyama's right down here. So we just want to make sure we get this. I don't care anything about anything else, because he's gonna... You know. Yeah, just get that. We'll work on other stuff after that. Probably build a fort here. This is a pretty good spot. Very high pop. Alright, finally found something. Sun Ridge. Thank goodness. That's a lot of light cav against my riders. That's going to be a bit of a butchering. Alright, they did okay. We lost 3 wolves, but... found a fire sword. Also, you can now cast... well, I guess we should have you do it. Cast Auspex. And we still didn't get a double Earth guy, so we're working on that. Someone already claimed the Throne of Dreams. We're not finding shit. Yeah, we're really not finding much. So we need Conjuration 4 for Voice of Apsu. So we may as well go for that. And then probably... yeah, Misform will be good, but probably just for all my orcs, we should just go down Destruction 4. Yeah, I mean, I guess we should go take this. Should also start building priests or temples. So let's get a goblin shaman out. Several of them, maybe. I feel like I might be able to just take this throne, which would be pretty strong. There's going to be other things in there. I mean, there's going to be some wizards of high magic or something. But... no, I shouldn't risk it. Okay, just go take this. And we'll take this. Maybe this. I don't know, we'll see. But we're going to make our way back home. Restock, then take on the throne. Yeah, we're probably at the point where we do want to just get Conjuration 5 to get the greater rocks going. Those things are gonna rock. Still didn't get the fucking double Earth guy? What the hell is happening here? Well, alright. Good. Okay. I will take that. Did we get a priest yet? No. Somehow. Oh, yes, we did. Alright, so yeah, just go around and build temples. Well, I don't really want to initiate a war with Valmoran, even though he seems like he always really struggles. But he's gotten some provinces here, right? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, give or take. So he's just doing all right. I don't want to step on his toes. We'll go this way. Because we want to get probably Rotmarsh if possible. I'm hoping that doesn't piss him off and that allows us to get this eventually. Usually a throne here. We can start making units out of here. More Ogre Raiders. Why not? And I can get Battle Mages. Another throne's been claimed. Falling behind on the times. Magic artifacts starting to long for being forged yet again. What? What? The Orb of Elemental Earth. Yeah, it's great. Ooh, Jotunheim moving in. Shit. Shit. Actually, why don't you go see what's up there exactly? Where is Jotunheim and what's he up to? Oh, here, my life for a 2-Earth mage. Damn. Yeah, these guys definitely can get Earth. Yep. Oh yeah, Valmoran sent in the living boulder. I forgot they get the... That is an obscene thing to send into the arena. It's so OP. It's got 100 hit points, 24 protection, and slash pierce resistance, and it tramples at size 7. Meaning that basically nothing will kill this. It's inanimate. It's mindless. It's just a giant rock. That's really funny. I mean, we can watch that. Just. Yep, there it is. Oh, it even casts Holy Avenger. It's his. We made the living boulder his prophet. What? Why does it have 6 hit points? Yeah, good luck. That's like the thing from Austin Powers. Yep, you died. That's funny. He won 4 battles with that thing. Jesus. That's really humorous. Wait, what did he get on his boulder then? The champion's medal. Gonna have quickness now. Good lord. All right. Really desperate. I don't know why. I just want. We put in the time and effort to get thaumaturgy. Try to take advantage of it. All right, so we do have a throne here. Scalaria's on the move. He's gonna take over all this. So we'd like to take this soon. Take this. This, probably this. So why don't we go up here and see who will be pissing off with that. There's a 2 Earth guy. Perfect. Yeah. Yep. Jotunheim has declared war on me. Can't really say why he would do that, but put up some PD. Oh. Oh, because I took this? Well, I'm sorry, dude. But, boy, that's a hotly contested throne then. Shinuyama right next to it. Jotunheim, like 2 spaces away from it. I might build a... I'm gonna build a palisade here. I can't say I'm too surprised by him. He is kind of getting boxed in by me on both sides for some reason. Oh, we could get Holy Knights. Did build a palisade on a monastery of light. That wasn't my intention, but we could get Holy Knights. You know, we could get like 4 of them a turn or so for 400 fucking gold a turn. Oh boy. The larger regen is obviously not super good for them because now it's a 1 to a square. Yeah. you know. But they're pretty dang good for heavy cav. Surprised their defense is that low. But 17 morale, 20 protection on the horses with 31 hit points. They're better than my wolf riders, that's for damn sure, but a lot more expensive. Damn, we're not finding shit. Yeah, should probably get another chieftain out. We'll circle around, pick up these troops, and join up with this second chieftain to take on this throne and keep moving west. That's the plan. Gonna hold here until this palisade gets built. And then, I'm not sure, really. Because what do we really have, then? I got a little screwed on throne placements. So we have 1, 2, possibly 3 if we get there quickly enough. But then 4th is a little tricky. We may want to take this just to secure a position to go here. Otherwise, we'll inevitably have to take on Valmorin. Or Jotunheim, because he's already pissing in my Cheerios. Hard to say. Right, you can now cast Voice of Apsu with no water gems whatsoever. Let's hope you find something. Jotunheim refused. Mercury Pond. Quicksand. Aragnon attacked Jotunheim. Okay. So he's getting shit on. Okay, we do have Nidavangur down here, or up here, however you want to call it. Alright, I'm just going to take this. Jotunheim be damned. Does have a throne here, so if we wanted to just keep fighting Jotunheim and win, we take his capital, bada bing. Easier said than done, though. There you go. Garden of Frozen Flowers, Enchanted Glacier, and the Water Sphere. Ouch, 15 orcs. Okay. Well, our Ogre Raiders held up pretty well against his Jotun, including his 3 Sacreds. And we managed to get this. This, however, is a problem. And Marignon. We're 2 steps away from his capital. Fuck. We probably should have just let them have this. Fuck. Alright. Shit. Let's see what we can do. We're gonna need another one. Shit. Make love, not war, Marignon? You're French, right? You don't want to fight? Oh, boy. That's a lot of sacreds. This does not look good. It was not good. As it turns out, it was not good. We barely put a dent. Yeah, fucking sacreds. Even in heat. Even in heat. Ah, fuck. Now he either runs ram shot over all my shit, or for some reason he signs this, but I really, really doubt it. He's got me bent over a barrel now with his doom stack. And, like, the amount of 2 Earth Mages I got is just abysmal. So I'm not really sure what I have here. As far as mages. Here we got all the 2 Earth. Shit. Give me more battle mages. Shit. Okay, didn't attack. Marignon accepted. That's great. Found a wellspring of secrets, gem deposits, dolmen, farm of plenty. Oh my god. And Jotunheim didn't attack us, which is very promising. I know he said all this stuff about taking his capital and getting the throne there, but baby steps. Baby steps. We'll take what we can get. We wanted to head west and try to get this, so we didn't even claim that. Sclera and Nidavang are going to be all up in this shit. I can't imagine Sclera is not here already. So, yeah, it's not great. I really would like to have an NAP with Jotunheim just to take my mind off this stuff. But if Jotunheim refuses, I guess I should bolster. Shit. He did refuse, and he attacked. Damn it. And I didn't put PD there because I thought he'd attack with his whole massive army. Big boy raiders. Yeah, I don't know. Something like that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if he's gonna not play nice, I'm not gonna play nice. So we'll take his shit. Okay, just stop it. Just stop it. Okay. And we're gonna take at least you two for sure. I don't really have much in the way of point buffing beyond that. And I don't have any evocation or anything yet, so it's just this. Okay. Yeah, let's get evocation 2 at the very least, and some alteration. Because then these like this guy can be useful. And we can start just making more ogre mages. We also have... Yeah, we got some stuff here. Why don't you head on over too? We could be making quills, I think. Good. 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 He didn't get a palisade up there, and you know he was trying. Well, we could start besieging his capital. What's his army size looking like? Let's cheat, because he gets to cheat. Well... pretty big. Not as big as ours, but, he's up there. He just took a blow. Something. But yeah, I suppose if we could prevent him from getting palisades everywhere, it's pretty nice. Alright, we'll besiege him. Iffy as that might be. It's a lot of money. I mean, the Holy Knights are damn good, but that is a lot of money. Maybe when I'm rolling in cash. Yeah, we could probably get another chieftain. Oh, we can also start summoning rocks. Damn it. Oh, now we can. Okay, good. Deep crevice, blah, blah. Okay, good. At Jotunheim. Yep. A little painful. A little painful. We had 7 sacreds there, but we're besieging them. Maragnon fucking it up as always. As always. Like, it's a regular thing that happens. Yeah. I think we're gonna hold here. Just crop dust a little PD here. We want to keep building temples everywhere. Our doom stack going to take his capital. Yeah. Okay. So we can start now. I think it's 2 nature, 2 air gives us the greater rocks. We're just going to do that every turn. Behemoth is 2 nature, 1 earth. Yeah, it has to be the ogre magi and ogre mage. I kind of want him to just finish Haru Spexing. We get more. I mean, we really have not gotten many nature gems. Got quite a lot of ogres. I think that's enough to give him some trouble. Shame about the wolf riders, though. Look at them swoop to the rear. Man, they struggle with damage, don't they? Yeah, they struggle with damage. They're not amazing. We lost 3 of them. 2 ogre raiders. Pretty good. Moderately damaging his capital. Good, 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 good. We are going to have to weather a storm here, though. I'm pretty confident in Maragnon taking back part of his own cap circle, so I'm not going to worry about that. We're going to bump up the PD there. And now here. And now we're going to script. Summon Earth Power. Soldier of Steel twice. That's for the Earth Mages. You are going to cast Phoenix Power, Sulfur Haze. But don't overdo it because, well, you know, it's painful. Yeah, right now we just want really defensible Ogre Raiders. And get better buffs down the line. We are going to get Alteration 4 pretty soon at this rate. So getting Mistform on the Wolf Riders will be kind of nice. You want to just send along some more mages. Also, Quickness. That's at 4. Quickness and Mistform will be pretty big point buff. So let's take 2 of you, 2 of you. Send you up this way. Also, we got another guy. Ooh, yes. We only have one, but we're gonna take it. Okay. Nidavanger's all up in Maragnon's business too. There's a lot of wars going on. We're trying to avoid them. Balmoran... Yeah. Right. That's not good. Let's be friends, Valmoran. Please don't attack me there. That would really blow right now. That would really, really blow. Okay, he didn't. So that's good. Fuck, we lost Stone Heavens. Damn it. Yeah, why didn't I put more in there? He's got his stupid sacreds. God damn it. Okay, well, the auxiliary force will have to recap it. There we go. 20 protection total. It's pretty high. Okay. Somehow we still lost a wolf. Probably had a sulfur haze in there. Yep, that was unfortunate. Moderately damaged, moderately damaged. Starting to starve in the Western Plains. Throw a bunch of PD there, but hoping he just attacks Western Plains. Scalaria is all up in the water. Could be making troops out of here. Fuck, recruitment points. Alright, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I know. Alright, so after Alteration 4... we probably want to start focusing on kind of big picture stuff. Mass Bloodlust. That would be very impactful. And literally any one of my 2 fire mages can cast it with Fire in a Jar. That's pretty big. So, for now, just go down to Thaumaturgy 8. We'll find something else later. Valmoran accepted. Go figure. Good. Excellent. Severely damaged. Moderately damaged. Diseases. Onbeck the Goblin King. It's unusual for a goblin to rise to any sort of position of power, but this goblin demonstrated a natural aptitude for leadership, launched him into a successful career as commander of Krewlod. Go figure. Yeah. He's got 120 leadership, and he's a fire 2. So he's ready to cast Mass Bloodlust. Got a fire sword and a fire shortbow. Cool. The Behemoth. The Behemoth. Yep, pretty damn good. I think we're just gonna wait a moment, though. Stop making that, blah, 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 blah. Eventually we'll get more money. Yeah, eventually we'll get more money. What the hell? What the hell was that? Anyways. I guess you gnome lord everything you could gnome lore, so that's fine. Probably should start making fires in a jar. Because we could get a lot of fire elementals now with Conjuration 5. Why don't the 4 of you all make yourselves fires in a jar? I know, there's the Elemental Apprentice. That's true, but I'd rather just have more mages than have one gem. Damn it. Come on. Oh, man. Really? I only lost 29 Ogre Raiders. But he killed my prophet. Fuck. Damn it. Well, that's not great. Yeah. I know. I guess I could probably ship him out, right? Why do you have 1 less speed? Oh, because of water? No, because he's old. Does water add to age? It's like... I mean, I know all the paths have different little effects. Knowledge of fire will cause him to reach old age faster, subtractive 5% per level. Yeah, that's... Nope. I mean, nope. There's certain things you get at level 3 in a path and 4. But no, that wouldn't have anything to do with anything. So I don't know exactly why. I mean, they all should have that effect, so I don't know. Alright. We'll see what happens. Damn Jotunheim and his damn giants. Balmoral declares war. Great. What happened, man? I thought we were cool. I guess we can watch this, see the point buffing did. So we got mist form on the rock. Yeah, you got mist form, didn't get quickness. You can see who got fucking quickness. Jesus. Yeah, buffs are big, aren't they? Buffs are pretty big. None of them died. Wolf Riders got 15 kills. Okay. Then we got attacked at Western Plains before we could storm. Oh, that's basically nothing. Great. Glad we walked into our own sulfur haze there. Fine. And then the actual fortress of Western Plains, which is a pretty big get for us in this war. Sulfur haze to screw you over, but then I walked into my own sulfur haze. Wolf Riders really got boned there. And a lot of routing, but we got them. Right, so we lost 14 ogres, 37 orcs, 13 of the Wolf Riders. Ouch. They do not fare well in fortress battles. Cavalry often doesn't. Unless you can make them ethereal. Okay, well that was good. What isn't good is Valmoran. Right now he only has a line on one province. But if he sends in his living rock or whatever, it's not really a damn thing I can do. I think we probably should roll out with this force. I can get these guys. I can get... Yeah, I mean... I can get some more quickness. Here. We never built... Okay, but we can send out these two, these three. It's a lot of mistform. We want mistform on like the behemoths and the rocks and stuff. So that's fine. And then we'll grab a 2 earth guy. And these guys can load up on some troops to carry along. How many troops? I guess you can carry all the troops. Sure, come along. And you come along. And yeah, someday you'll get to build a temple. As for these guys, I think we're holding here. Throw that in. Still holding here eventually. We do have another 18 here, so eventually we'll make a chieftain there to help support. You know, usually if the AI declares war on you like that, after breaking an NAP, they have good cause. It means that he can't really go anywhere else. But I don't know why that would be. I think we know Scalaria is somewhere up in here somehow. I mean, he got up there, but he could have gone through... I don't know. So he's probably all in here like a weed. We missed out on this completely. And then we know Jotunheim is kind of up in here. Marignon's probably here. So I don't know. I don't know why he would break the NAP specifically. There are other places he can take. But there's no talking him out of it until it's done. So we will cover our borders. Chanted Well, Mudfield, Sunridge, excellent, excellent. Marignon's dragon is fucking shit up, and he attacked us in the Western Plains. Yeah, I mean, you might have to do better than that, pal. Alright, why don't we... I forgot about this army, but why don't we send you here just to clear that up? I guess we're building this for when we inevitably want to take this throne, which we will want to do soon. So, the way it's presently set then, we have this throne, we have this throne. We are going to focus on Jotunheim and wipe him out so we can get this throne. And then it's just the fourth one. Hard to say. We still don't know where all the thrones are. We are getting our god soon, so it might benefit us to start making Cyclops warriors. They are expensive, but we don't need many. We just need like 1 or 2 a turn. Yeah, just get like 2 a turn for now. Let's try to shut down more palisade building. Yeah, I think everything here is scripted pretty much. I mean, this is all a giant jumble. What do you expect? It's gonna be a jumble. That's all. Yeah, okay. 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 And we are summoning more behemoths and everything every turn. Nature gem's a little tight, but we're going to just do some conversions. Because what are we going to do with all these water gems? Geyser. Battle in Olier. I don't imagine this to be a big fight, but we want to see more buff. Whoa, look at off to the races, Jesus. And the Mistform Rock that will just probably never die. Damn Holy Avenger. We lost a Battle Mage somehow. And 2 wolves. Great. We lost a fucking Battle Mage. That happened. I think it was one of the Earth Mages, of course. So probably an arrow. Alright. He already has a whole fort here. giant castle. It'll be a pain in the ass. We want to prevent any new formations. In fact, I may just lead this here. Well, the NAP is about to wear off. He built a fort here. I don't know. I mean, I don't need to be buddies with Valmoran. Does have a sizable enough army. Got a lot of scripting to do. Hold and attack closest. Hold and attack rear. Hold and fire closest. Hold and attack closest. Hold and fire archers. Try that strategy. Ogre Raiders. Ogre Raiders. Plenty of them. Orcs up here. Yeah, all the way in the back. You are holding and staying. You are going to cast Mist Form on this shit. You are going to cast... Oh boy, you can cast a lot of things, can't you? Yep. Plenty of things. Could even throw out some Moss Body. Yeah, actually, I guess ideally, we'd get the behemoths off on their own. With Moss Body. Hoping he casts that. Maybe also Mist Form on him. You're gonna cast Moss Body, Sulfur Haze, also here. Your Mist Form down here. You got Quickness. Quickness, although Quickness on the behemoths. Yeah, they're gonna shred. Okay. And our one poor Earth Mage trying his best. Probably just gonna get domed. Okay. He attacked Foam, took it. He attacked Olier, took it. Attacked Western Plains, did not take it. We attacked Noranthian, took it. Round and round we go. So yeah, he's moving through. I have no money. Alright. Let up on this for the moment. I gotta do this just to prevent him from walking in. Shit, shit, shit. Damn it. Do I think that he's going to attack here this turn? If he takes Witch Haven, it gets really annoying. Yeah. Fuck it. Probably gonna hit Western Plains, but that's fine. He won't do anything with it. Alright, everyone here is gonna do Phoenix Power. Summon Fire Elemental. Prison of Fire. Now, the tricky thing is we are not fire resistant. So, these guys have got to be a little bit away from the army here. Not you. Okay. Oh, there is this throne here. Yeah, so we really should wipe out Valmorn, and I guess we are. We'll win 2 wars simultaneously because we're the best gamers to ever live. That was a royal we there. Right. The remnants of the dead prophet's power have left this world. Attacked Olier. So the fire mages did not get out of this castle because we got attacked in the castle. Nice. No losses. We attacked Pustinia, so this was just like my really ragtag force. It's enough. It's enough to backcap. He attacked Mumfie and took it. And then he attacked Western Plains. I think this is just my PD, right? Yeah, the fire mages aren't going to be there. No, the fire mages are there. What the fuck? That's... Oh my god. Come on. And he had devils and... Oh, come on. Why were they outside? What, because they were moving? So they got caught? That happens? That happens. Fuck. Well, there goes 4 fire mages and 4 fires in a jar and just big... Come on, that's so stupid. Rocks, all with mist form. Oh, it's gonna be a tough one to beat. Okay, fine. We've got more fire mages. I'm really just mainly interested in buffing. Just because I don't have any good resistances, I'm going to kill a lot of my own stuff with evocations and things like that. So I'm casting, like, Prison of Fire or whatever. Anything that just won't hurt me is kind of nice. But I do have a lot of these Ogre Magi that can all do some pretty big, impactful stuff. Why don't we have all of you... Yeah, let's just get a lot of fire going. the whole. Okay, Marignon. Sure, I guess. Damn, my lack of money. It's not really enough money to do anything with it, but we'll see. Shit. Two-pronged war is just, it's just never good. Never good. Good. Bad. All that money wasted. To kill one of his 7 fucking Jarls. No, we actually lost a rock. 32 Ogre Raiders. Ouch. We're gonna need reinforcements up here to actually take his capital. We lost Ollier. Okay. Where the hell is my god? What the hell? Yeah, but this guy's being just annoyingly persistent. What are we up to? 6 of these? Yeah, I think we could get some more armies going. Yeah. Alright, we took the good old woods, but he's got a big old fucking army commanded by the living boulder. Oh, God. Alright, I guess we'll invest in some chaff, but it's not much. Oh, God. This isn't gonna go well. Okay, good. Alright. The boulder. There it is. Oh god, it's angry. Divine blessing because it's stupid fucking prophet with 200 hit points. He's got this, so he's got inspirational, spirit sight, luck, quickness, trample. Oh my lord. I don't have enough magic for this. He's got scorpions, he's got siege engines. This isn't good, man. No one's gonna enjoy this. Yeah, he's got a lot of fire, by the way. His sacreds all have flamethrowers. Okay, we won. But at what cost? We got the boulder at least. That's good. Okay. We lost 2 of the 4 behemoths, 3 of the 4 rocks, 12 raiders, 24 orcs, 4 of the wolf riders. It wasn't pleasant. I mean, he lost more than I did, I guess, but the AI needs to lose a lot more than me. I'm trying to just... Fuck, now I'm cut off. Damn it, Marignon. Damn it, I'm cut off. I have to go from all the way from up here. I have to go all the way down here and go this way to his capital. That'll take an eternity. But I'm trying to decide who needs more help. Balmoran's not going to get back down now. But I have just less troops for Jotunheim. Fuck. It's a question of how long can I hold here. He's got just a lot of his sacred, you know, fire, flamethrowers, so on and so forth. And I don't have any fire ward or anything like that, you know. I guess I'd say go help Jotunheim try to get it done. Shit. And probably just throw a bunch of PD onto here to help out and just hold. Just fucking hold. But we're gonna lose Olyer again, unfortunately. This is why we don't fight 2 wars at once. It's a little complicated. Okay, finally my god has arrived. Thank goodness for that. And he attacked good old Woods again. With a similar force. No boulder, but it's a lot of flames that are going to cook my chaff. Oh god, the flames. Through the fire and the flames. Fuck, and we didn't even kill that many. Damn it. Lost 26 more raiders, another behemoth, 20 more orcs. Need more PD just to soak all that shit up. His 16 firebells just got 132 kills. At least we killed 13 of them, but it's the AI. He can make a fucking cajillion of them. This is nothing. These numbers are nothing. I'm exaggerating a bit, but still. Okay. Well, we, I don't know what you're gonna make. Ball bears, I guess. Ball bears, I guess. Forest. 75 plus enemy units will be killed. MR and difficult morale in the gates. Huh. In a forest, huh? Does that help us against Valmoran at all? Well, it helps us in good old woods, but no, this is not forest. Shit. I guess maybe if I'm being besieged, that could help, assuming it doesn't just kill all my own troops. So yeah, I suppose it's going to be fall bears. We're not going to get that many out of it. Otherwise, I can just have them research. Now, whatever his actual thug capabilities, because we've gone over this before, where a good pretender can just teleport onto different thrones and take them. Well, it's a little annoying, actually, because he doesn't have any regen. He's inanimate. So he would have had to have taken Reconstruction as a bless, which is kind of dumb. He's already resistant to everything. He can put up, like, Shroud of Bewilderment. He does have 28 protection, which is pretty high. It's not great. I wouldn't put his odds at being spectacular. Yeah, I think we've had better pretenders for that purpose, so I guess you're just going to research. Lame as that might be. But if we get Thaumaturgy 8, it's going to be pretty good for us. We're going to put up more PD here. You can't keep doing those kind of numbers every round or anything. And now we can start getting some thug packs. Barbarians are besieging his other fort. That's good. But this is no laughing matter. Damn it. Okay. Assuming you can hold, I'm going to be moving on. That's assuming you can hold it. If we can just win these two wars. Easy to say, but if we can, you know, we've got the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4. 4 thrones, easy as pie. That's assuming that Maragnon never wants to go to war with me, and I'm really hoping it stays that way. Now we actually do have quite a bit of money now. Start making shit out of there. Could keep making stuff out of here. Yeah, I mean, I just need an army big enough to topple this throne. I can also make stuff out of Western Plains, but yeah, it's already capped. Alright, then just throw more PD around, I suppose. Did defend his throne there. Feel like he might try to backcap that. Might try to do that. Yeah, I don't know. Yep. Well, there went that money. Just to kill 11 wolves. Great. He attacked Good Old Woods again. We got quite a lot of PD here. A lot of wolf riders, though, that are just kind of going to run in and get burned to death. Yeah, bad lot of good that does. Basically, everything's just getting burned to death, though. Lost the last behemoth. We lost kind of everything, actually. Those siege engines, like, they're so fucking expensive. 200 gold, 375 resources each, and 150 recruitment points. He's just rolling in with 7 of them. I don't know how Valmoran lost that one time so drastically. He must not have just been... He just couldn't make siege engines, but once he gets, like, one of them, it's basically game over. So we won that, but we're down to basically just PD at this point. Like, Valmore, it's just not balanced around high difficulty AI, because that unit is just so broken if you have unlimited recruitment points and resources. Which he does. I mean, look at where his capital is. He's got 6 connections in his cap circle. Most of which is plains, admittedly. But, yeah, I mean, it's just ludicrous. So... I guess we'll try to be friends, because I'm not going to be able to hold for any longer than that. And I guess now we'll just wait inside. The fact that this one castle is taking me like 6 turns to breach is really worrisome. And he attacked Good Old Woods again. Yeah, again, like, just ridiculous. I mean, when I played them, like I said, I had a really fucking easy game. I didn't even have these. I just had all my Sacreds and some Fire Belchers, and everything was really, you know, you have fire resistance on all these. And... you know, it's like EA Abyss here. You're just raining fire on everything in sight and dying. And so I would need Flame Ward. But I'm just like so determined to get Thaumaturgy D8, but that's probably dumb now. And obviously he did not accept. Got 70 like fire snakes and shit coming in. It's not looking good. War is not looking good. I can try casting Beckoning, though, if I get 20 Glamour Gems. Surely that's worth it. Oh, we did breach Hobergdorf. Oh boy. I think we just lose. Or I think this game, it's one of those games where it's like we are not prepared. Like, we have to go on for another long time. 21 units were lured into the forest and they will never be seen again. What are the odds it was actually, yeah, okay. Entire army wiped out. He didn't even have that much. Jesus. But he's got his pretender. Yep. Alright, fuck it. Let's do it. I mean, he's gonna attack us because he can sense when we're about to storm. Sense. He gets to cheat. That's what I mean. He gets to cheat. And that's basically it. We'll just see how that goes. He didn't attack me in Hobergdorf. Interesting. This is what took us that long to try to break through. Yeah. Numbers are getting a little thin there, but did win. Oh, I'd have to script all this. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. That's a lot of scripting. Alright, well, let's do the most basic shit. A lot of fire elementals, theoretically. Yada 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 yada. Yada yada. Misform on you. Quickness on you. More fire elementals. More fire elementals. Quickness on you guys. Just spread the love. Okay. Something like that, I suppose. Something like that, I suppose. Yeah. And now he can just keep running rampant. And he's never going to accept because I'm not exactly sure why. He just doesn't want to. He doesn't need to. He has power. He has might on his side. And might makes right, as we know. Yep. Can't stop those two fire belchers, man. Yeah, I mean, I would lean towards St. Valmoran is an OP nation. I don't know what happened that one game we did, where they just could not do anything and got eliminated and had no resources, no money. I don't know. But yeah, obviously once they get going, once the engine of war starts moving, they're really hard to stop. Oh, there was another throne here this whole time. Too late now. Just throw all my money away to his fire belchers. Sacrifice my gold to the fire belcher god. To send his main army to try and stop us besieging his fort. Now the fire elementals are going to come out. Fire elementals are kind of slow. They're a little tricky to use in like big armies because it's like they all have the heat aura. It's going to be burning my own guys. I don't want to put the mages too far forward because they'll just die. I guess I have to have bodyguards. I feel like I lost quite a bit on that one. Well, so did he, but I lost 4 mages. Again, all fire mages that were out front. 1 ogre mage was out front. 4 of the 6 behemoths, 5 of the 6 rocks, 15 ogre raiders, 23 orcs, 8 wolf riders. Theoretically, he doesn't have much left, but then again, neither do I. Also, Valmoran is, you know, at my gates. And I can't really do anything about it. But we do have a Cyclops King or 2 that I've been neglecting. Let's do this. Yeah, I could actually like lead an army in. But we'll just see how this goes. All right, so have you bless once and then cast Body Ethereal a couple times. We're gonna have you bless. Meh. You got Summon Earth Power, which gives us Soldier of Steel twice. Although that's a massive amount of fatigue. So really just once, I suppose. Yeah, just hold. Okay. And then you can also do Bless and Body Ethereal twice, I suppose. Seems kind of high fatigue. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Probably just gonna die. That's part of the fun. PD. Guess I want to PD this. Yep, so much for that. We attacked Berman Highs, but I'm pretty sure he left like 2 things here. No, actually, he left quite a lot there. Well, this will be interesting. Well, we won. I mean, 2/3 routed. We lost 2 Cyclops warriors. The only real issue is we didn't kill that much. I guess we got 14 of his Sacreds and 1 of the Fire Belchers. Lost another mage there. Okay. You know. You know. He attacked Berman Highs. Good. So we fended that little force off. We attacked Turtle Glades. Not so little with 3 siege engines. And a lot of organ guns, and this is not going to go well. We really need Fire Ward. Oh, God. Yeah. Fucking Valmore. Like, if I just had Fire War, I know, and it's like, I didn't ever expect to get into a war with him because I thought he was shit and he'd get wiped out immediately. But now he's very much not shit, and he has unlimited giant siege engines of death. And if I really cared, yes, we would just rush Enchantment 5 for Flame Ward. Even though, you know, 5 fire resistance is not really a game changer when he's spewing out 18 armor-piercing fire damage every 2 rounds. That adds also a lingering cloud. And they have 60 hit points and 24 protection. And are slash pierce resistant. And can trample on top of that. They're really obscene. Like, you're just not meant... There should be 1 per turn. I would highly suggest that. If not for just player purposes, but for AI purposes, just put this at 1 per turn. I don't think that's really unreasonable. Most players aren't going to be able to make more than 1 per turn anyways. So it would just be a nice fix for AI. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. And he's just going to keep stomping me and take my capital and blah, 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 blah. I guess we'll just do this just to see the final siege. And the final taking of his capital. Yeah, alright. We'll end on that. Okay. Battle of Turtle Glades, where I have very, very little. Oh, and he doesn't have much. These things are not as OP as our last sacreds were. Ah, message from Jotunheim. Nice. A lot of shit. Pretty good. He lost 1 behemoth, 36 ogres, 32 orcs. He lost his pretender, and he lost the game, really. So at this point, it's like, if Valmoran accepted the non-aggression, I think we still could win. It would take time, and had we never gone to war with Valmoran, I think we'd be honestly pretty close to winning at this point. Because I could have sent all this other forces just to, like, take this throne and this throne. After taking Jotunheim and stuff, we could just take this throne. And then the fourth one, though, that would be kind of tricky. You'd probably have to go to war with somebody. But, yeah, it's just, at this point in the game, I either am going to lose in the long run, or it's going to be a long slog with Valmoran never accepting an NAP and blah, blah, blah. So I think we'll just leave it off there. What happens if you play with some overpowered mod nations and stuff? Like, this can happen. Yeah, it makes me want to do a game as Valmoran. I did one with Lego, like I said, where it was really quite easy. It felt overpowered. So I guess doing a recorded game wouldn't really prove much, other than it being fun. Yeah, so it's again that usual thing of, like, you can't really evaluate a nation, like any nation, in a vacuum when you're playing against AI, because there's just so many different bullshit factors that can come up. Yeah, it just annoys me. Like, at this point, I shouldn't ever be losing to any difficult AI, regardless of, like, the nation I'm playing or circumstances. But I guess, like, 2 wars, like, really are tricky to handle. Doing multiple wars at the same time is tricky, but, you know, I'm sure good players can do amazing things, and, like, difficult AI for a good player, no matter, you could, I don't know, you should be able to do, like, 1v6 or something, and just, they can't stop you because you know everything of what you're doing. But, I mean, I am somewhat at a disadvantage by always switching nations. And we did specifically go against using our sacreds. Because I could have played this nation with, like, just a working man's bless or something. I mean, really, yeah, just a working man's bless, maybe still with enlarged or something, and just all sacreds, just stomping everything in sight. And then mages just to, like, buff them a bit. You know, soldiers of steel, or, I mean, really anything. Any buff would just make them even more insane. Blood surge, blood bond, and just slaughter everything with sacreds. We could have done that. We definitely could have done that. And that probably would have been more effective in the long run. But, I don't know, maybe not against Jotunheim, because, I don't know. Well, we basically, yeah, it would be kind of evenly matched, but presumably my sacreds would be better and my magic would be better. So, yeah, maybe it was dumb to rely on just my normal troops. And relying on the rocks and behemoths and stuff. Hard to say. Things were mismanaged, I'm sure. But I don't think it's a bad nation. I don't think it's a weak nation at all. We do have good sacreds. I think the Ogre Raider is a solid troop. I mean, it's kind of costly. It is size 4, which is a bit of a bummer. It's 2 to a square then, which makes them harder to be buffed. But they hit hard. They've got shields. They've got 26 hit points, 18 protection, 14 morale. I mean, it's a solid troop. But yeah, my lack of... I don't know. It's hard to say. I think I just had some tough wars here. But like you saw, I very easily took Jotunheim. Jotunheim gave me some trouble with the Sacreds early on because I didn't have enough units, but at this point, this is a pretty potent army. 377. I mean, we could probably easily take this throne if that was something we wanted to do. But, yeah. Valmoran, just too good. Just too good. I'm going to blame all my problems on Valmoran, because I think without them in the game, if this had just been like... I don't know, like Ulm or something, I don't think we would have had nearly as much trouble. But we'll at least see one throne battle against a bunch of deer. Sure the rock died there? No? Okay. So, yeah, we lost 3 Ogre Raiders there, 13 Orcs. Ogre Raiders, man. That's why I say it's a really good troop. That's why I did it, but... yeah, I mean, unfortunately, against Giants, we're kind of like lesser Giants. So we don't have the attack density to just outnumber them with great amount of like just spear attacks over and over. We don't really hit hard enough to just obliterate them. But then we also don't have... I don't know, I'd have to look at his stats. I mean, we did all right against Jotunheim, but like if you look at his Sacreds, for example, they have 41 hit points, 20 protection. So on average, we're only doing like a few points of damage to him, whereas he's doing a lot to me. He's doing like 10 per hit, so I mean they're killing me in just like 2 or 3 hits, whereas I'm killing him in like 10 or 20 hits on average, like, you know. So it's a bit different. His Herdmans are basically us as far as protection defense goes, but he gets 12 extra hit points and yeah, like 6 more damage. But he does have slightly lower attack density. He's 1 to a square on these, which is not great. So we do have that advantage, and that's where we kind of win out, is we get to hit him twice. But again, it's just like 38 hit points is pretty juicy. So yeah, we're kind of lesser Giants. Again, 33 hit points, 29 slashing damage. Means he's going to hit us on average for like 13 or so. He kills us in 2 hits. Whereas we kill him. They just have very high protection. And we don't really have the damage. That's why I was trying to get Mass Bloodlust, because that would have been a game changer. But, man, Thaumaturgy 8 is so far away. 8 is just like... that's late game stuff. So I probably should have just said fuck it and gone down enchantment and said screw it, we're not getting that. Just get Gift of Giant Strength and call it a day. Get Gift of Giant Strength and get like, Giant Strength Warriors would be good enough. And then we could also have just gone to 6 and got like Earthquake Warriors. Yeah, I should have just... Yeah, 8 is too high. Don't ever set your sights on 8. It's too much. Even if it is a game changer, just get lesser stuff and get more mages and call it a day. Like that's too much. It's too much. We're gonna lose too many wars trying to get that and ignoring other stuff. I know I've said like the opposite. Like maybe I should focus on the big impactful stuff, but in that case, that's +4 strength to the whole battlefield. But that's not that big of a deal because Giant Strength Warriors is already 20+ area effect for the same effect. And we can just have made the chassis of the mountain for 2 temporary earth gems. And all our Earth 2 mages could have just cast this twice per battle. And so, 3 of those guys, that's, 120 areas of effect total? That's basically the whole battlefield anyways, for only Enchantment 5, Construction 5. Which is a lot easier than Thaumaturgy 8. So, Thaumaturgy 8 maybe would have been better, the Mass Bloodlust if I just was doing an insane amount of hobgoblins, 4 to a square, a lot cheaper, and I just was like, okay, and we'll get these all up, and they'll be doing 21 damage each, but it's like, I don't know if that's really a good strategy in general. So, yeah, I think there are times where, like when we were talking about the Ali, the little pixie nation we did, the Fey nation we did, and we wanted to get Alteration 8 for... Or Alteration 7, which is that's easier to get Will of the Fates. Like, this is far more impactful. But I mean, Rewrite Fate also would have been pretty good too. So, but at least that's like one after another. That's not between Enchantment 5 and Thaumaturgy 8 that I have to decide between. So, yeah, I think this was a big dumb decision to not take anything into enchantment. And probably should have gotten more evocation. We could have had Fire Ward and dropping Sulfur Hazes everywhere and so on and so forth. Mistakes were made, but again, this is what it's like when you're just doing a different nation every time and trying to figure it out. Sometimes you do well and sometimes you don't, and it largely depends on how many wars we get into. So I don't think it's a bad nation at all, and again, I think it's a pretty fun nation from Enraged Eggplant. I don't have too many complaints. I think I thought that the rocks and the behemoths were going to be more impactful. They seem pretty powerful, but yeah, I don't know. I think I needed regen, and again, that's under enchantment. So getting regen on the rocks and behemoths would have been pretty wild. Or doing group regen at 5. So we really should have just gotten enchantment 5. Would have solved so many problems. Group regeneration on all our big giant animals. Oh well. You live and learn. Still not bad. And solid nation. I'd play him again. But we're going to move on. So for now, my name is Mangg. This has been Dominion 6. I'll see you fine folks next time.